Greetings, dear precious spirit soul, dear family member, yes, dear beloved. I know, we've all been through a lot. Yep. But today is the first day of the rest of your eternal life. And that's the key. Now, my topic. How to get fast results. How to get fast results. You get fast results by having a support system. Having support, encouragement, having people around you that believe in you as a person, that respect you, that honor you. How you get fast results of whatever is your objective, your intention, what you want to do. It's like when I had the title for my first book, What You Think of Me Is None of My Business. I had it for 6 years. The problem was I was telling everybody about what I was going to do. I was going to write this book one day called What You Think of Me Is None of My Business. They go, oh, this fabulous title. I hadn't written one word. I always say it to people, if I had known I was going to be an author, I would have paid attention in English class. I mean, I was always having a good time, I have to tell you that. But some things that always never made sense to me, I thought history was really stupid. You have to remember dates and who said what and did what, when you know that history is always written by the people who own the printing presses and have the money and could distribute the books and make everybody have to read those and buy those as if those are the absolute truth because these people said so. Who are they? And you know, they do exist. They do. There's someone different than we are. See, that's another thing. Don't think because you perceive something in another, it's because you have it in yourself. That can be true sometimes, but not at all. But that's another partial lie that's put out there, you see, so that you honor that and you accept that. To make fast results is that you want a support system. Supportive people. What are you reading? What are you watching? What kind of songs? I mean, I just discovered Roy Orbison and his singing. I love his voice. You could tell where Elvis got his style. I mean, it was just magnificent. But the songs are just so pathetic. And you know, people, oh, Shakespeare. Why would you let someone called Shakespeare or was really Shake Your Spear? Kind of fishy. And then it's really a group of people who are programming, who want people to believe certain things and act a certain way and believe this is who you are and that's all you are and that's what's going on. That's predictive programming. That is a program. So that we give our power to everybody and everything, and instead of giving the power and keeping our power for ourselves and for our work, to work for the welfare of all living entities. That's our endeavor, always, for each to be fully who they are, because wouldn't that be cool? All of us who are real divine beings, real who we are, to absolutely now establish the divine reality by allowing that reality, the divine, to be expressed through each of us in our own personal world and our own relationships together, and what we're offering and giving through our products and services to others. And that people say, well, yeah, but wonder if nobody else does it, what good will it do? No, you have an eternal existence, and what you do affects you, even if no one else wants it. 1,000 can fall here, 10,000 here. If that's what they want, you establish what it is that's important and valuable to you, because it's in your heart. It's who you are. You know that. And the good people aren't promoted to high places. No, because good people don't get contaminated. Good people know and aren't they know how to get out of situations that tend to go, oh, this isn't for me. It doesn't matter what it is. That I don't care how much you pay me. When I had my television ministry, NBC did a pilot for a television show for me called the Terry Cole-Whittaker Show. And we did the pilot, and it was magnificent. They spent a lot of money on this. It was great. And almost every network television station wanted, and they were going to, fight for it to get my show. And this man who had been my, I guess you call him agent or whoever it was that was negotiating all of this, says to me, there's only one thing. You have to give up. Basically, God. You have to give up your spirituality. You have to give up your church, your religion to do this. I said, then forget it. Buzz off. And he said, yeah, but you'd be making millions a year. Yeah, so what? Buzz off. You can give me something material that is going to give me more joy and happiness and pleasure of the soul than my love of the divine and being who I am and the freedom to be that. Okay, here you build a support system. What are you reading? And it's even listening to music. There was a few, and then when I've noticed certain artists and certain people out there are actually child rapists and child abusers as you study, because then you know people. I knew people in that world. That's why I got out of that world. I could see, oh, wow, this is weird people. This is not my style. And what happened then, they say, yeah, but they're good artists. I don't care. I don't want anything to do with you. Nothing. We can't do that. And that means that how you support yourself is to be around the kind of people who inspire you. And that whatever you watch, what are you watching on YouTube, or what are you watching on your television? I killed my TV in 1984. I don't want that. Yet there's also the internet. Everything can become an addiction, like the games that people. That's why I don't like games. I don't like games because why would I invest all my energy and time in something that you get so many this and so many that, and it's so stupid. I mean, I'd rather be outside running around barefooted in the mountains or at the beach, or helping people and cooking good food and working in the garden and singing a song or playing the piano or just meditating. Oh boy, because when you're self-satisfied, you see, you're never lonely because you're with the divine, you're with the beloved. How do you support yourself? Are you doing your meditations? Do you know how to control the mind? Do you know how it operates and how it works? You have to invest in yourself, and you have those people around you that, when you need a little support, that person's right there to give you support. Like you take responsibility and ownership for your health. Now, there's health professionals out there that you can have on your team. You don't do what they tell you to do. You get that information, and then you look to see and make your choices. And what are the natural ways? My great-grandmother was a nurse and acted as a doctor, because there weren't any doctors in Inyo County and Bishop and Big Pine, California, when she was here. She was, and her health things there were enemas, and you notice in drugstores, they don't give you enemas. They don't sell enema bags. Oh, no, we don't want to. And what happens is people have problems with their intestines, and what they do, they'll get them cut out. Really? Why don't you just figure out how to fix that? Or the knees and then we'll just saw them off and give you a new one, and then we'll give you a new brain, new heart, and we do all this. This is yucky stuff. You want to be able to support yourself. What's your support system for your food? How you can get the very best and have it be the most nutrition. That doesn't mean we need to eat a lot. Just what can you get? That I'm doing a lot of micro gardening and really small. And I've got all these nice young little tender, what would you call it? With kales, because I don't like it too much when they get bigger, but they're delicious. Chard. I have lettuces and greens, and I now put them in baskets and put some burlap around, and I can take my baskets in and out of the house. I can just sit there on the porch and with a friend, and we're talking and looking at the beautiful and the mountain and nature, and I say, here, have some snacks, and I just bring over a little basket and have a few arugula leaves. Those are good. How about I want some parsley? We'll sit there, yeah, have a little, then walk around the yard. I think I'll. And then lavender. I have all this lavender, and I've saved all these herbs, and I put them in the thing. And then you can put the drops, in your boiling water of some eucalyptus and breathe that in and clean out your lungs. Everything's natural and so wonderful and so beautiful. How are you supporting yourself in physically in health, mentally, emotionally, career-wise and such? And to take a look, if you have all these obstacles, you don't have the support you need, and you would take a look at what's your game plan. Are you trying to prove that you can't do what you want? Are you trying to prove somebody stopped you? Are you trying to prove they did it to you? All of this because you're proving it. No, you don't need to prove the divine. Prove the truth. Prove who you are. So that's what I want to say. You want to give yourself support. You want to have your team that is there. That's what I consider myself a team member, that I'm endeavoring for your welfare. All of what I have, all the results of all my years of research and study of probably every possible path and of the great knowledge of the Vedas and the Essenes and oh my gosh, Native American, the goddess and the divine, all of these. And you'll find the commonality there, and you'll find that all of this is how can you empower and support yourself to be who you are, and your work to help others to support them to be fully who they are in every way. And then when you do that, you don't need excuses. You don't need to prove who hurt you. You don't need your story of how this doesn't work and that work. You're telling the story. Don't tell that story anymore. See, it's all narratives. It's all stories. Everybody's got a story. And when we believe them, they're just stories. That's all. You are the absolute. Yes. And when you know that, and when you be that, let the good times roll.